Previously on Sanctuary.
We were a part of something we called the Five, a small group dedicated to expanding our knowledge of the physical world. Helen was able to procure a very rare sample of ancient, untainted vampire blood. After each of us was injected, we received unique gifts as a result.
John, let me help you before you make things worse.
That thing was my rage.
You kept it at bay.
I need to leave now.
Where are you going? My father never gave me a gift without significance.
Do you think it exists?
If it does, we have to find it. Who are you?
Hell, you look beautiful. Hologram, cities.
Adam, this is impossible. You're dead.
If you want to save Gregory, you need me. Me!
Helen, Doc. Oh my God. Security cell for this guy as soon as he's out of the OR.
Doc, you're injured.
We need to send a full hazmat team and cordon off the area from the public.
Spin whatever disaster story you need to get it done.
Right, okay, well, Biggie's on his way to meet Kate. What the hell happened?
Nothing we understand yet.
Copy that.
Son of a bitch.
What we got?
Well, I guess cockroaches can come back from the dead.
Who the hell is this guy?
Not one person, but two. Prepare to meet Jekyll and Hyde.
I'm going to assist.
It's not necessary.
He just kicked the snot out of you. Let me help.
I can handle it. Go help Henry.
Your pupils are dilated. You could have a concussion. Look at the tremor in your hands.
I'm 159 years old. You have known me for 3.
Fair enough. You want to at least tell me who he is?
I've told you how the 5 of us began at Oxford, working to understand secrets hidden from mainstream science. Nigel, the source blood, please. John, the culture.
Ready and waiting.
Remember the protocols. No mistakes.
Relax, James. We've done our homework.
Please, Tesla. We're improvising and you know it.
Or perhaps it's too rich for your blood.
Well, I'm in, mate. Just to see what happens to you.
Right.
For heaven's sake.
I thought I locked the door.
Oh, you did? Was just wondering how the experiment was coming along.
When you have somewhere else to be, a lecture.
Must be very important, whatever it is. It's been keeping you all quite busy the last few weeks.
Well, I believe Mr. Worth has been spying on us.
I believe you're right. Mr. Worth.
Adam, please. You can trust me. Secret shipments of plasma? Sounds very exciting. Is that some kind of a new breakthrough of some sort? Could be quite useful to you. Taught Marks in the anatomy course.
Homicidal little bastard. He should have come after me first.
So all Oxford classmates treat each other?
How much did she tell you?
Just that the 5 was almost the 6.
Yes, well, in retrospect, there were signs. Subtle markers. But we were young, and believe it or not, even a tad arrogant.
You have to admit he's brilliant.
And British.
Hysterical.
Does anyone else notice something odd about Adam?
He just pointed it out. He's British.
Excitable little chap, isn't he?
Anyone read his monograph on forced tissue regeneration?
And the thing he did with Dormice. Poor creatures grew 2 heads.
Very nearly worked, though. A daring theory, to say the least.
I'd lean more towards Twisted myself.
Twisted, daring, it doesn't matter. The point is, we don't need anyone else. The 5 of us are enough.
I agree. As clever as Adam is, our group is fine without him. Dear Lord, Adam. Looks like the formula for some kind of toxin.
No. Just, some scribbles. Well, am I in?
You are a brilliant scientist. You don't need us.
No, you don't see. You need me. You need me! Sorry. Just... I belong with you. Tesla and Watson. I'm one of you.
You will have an amazing career, Adam. But we're heading on a different path.
What did I do? It's turning you all against me. I can help. Let me help.
I'm sorry, Adam. This doesn't make any sense. I stopped the internal bleeding, I salved the burn on his arm, and there's no sign of infection.
Sounds like a hat trick to me.
Then why are his organs failing?
Yeah, I know. You've been waiting. Listen, I've been working like a dog, very hard, to get all this back intact, more or less.
I'm not here to rush you.
What? You're not?
No, I just wanted to see if you needed some help.
No, I got it.
Interesting. May I,
Listen, whatever this is almost got the doc killed, okay? So we need to...
I understand. Seamless construction. Perhaps a special milling.
Or it's an organic hybrid compound.
But then I'd expect to see some structural deterioration.
Yeah, that's true.
Which I don't.
You don't?
No.
Do you think it's something worth created?
Or appropriated.
Stolen from Hollow Earth?
Well, perhaps you and I can see if we can get it working again. What do you say?
Yeah. Wait, is that safe?
Oh, no, most definitely not. Thank you.
Adam's blood and tissue samples.
What's up with these cell walls?
Degrading at an alarming rate.
Some kind of virus.
It's not wholly systemic. It seems to be targeting his critical organs. I suspect it's some form of radiation sickness.
The man did figure out a way to speed up time. I'm assuming this is the price.
I may be able to slow the deterioration, but...
He's dying.
Yes.
Good afternoon, K1 Shards. Our guest is awake.
Your protege, or male concubine. He's nice.
Adam.
Not available.
Tell me, how is any of this possible?
You mean, how did I survive? Tell me your secrets, I'll tell you mine.
You're ill, you need treatment. Help us and we'll help you.
Helen, you've grown so impatient in your old age. Just play the game. Don't just berate me.
You could have just let him die.
I think you might want to tick that one off your list.
How are you still alive?
He really didn't tell you.
Who?
Good lad. So we carved up a few whores. All have our quirks.
You're talking about Druid.
Score one for the concubine. Helen, if you want answers, you must talk to old Johnny.
I can't.
Helen.
I don't know where he is. He could well be dead for all we know.
Actually.
Oh, what have you done?
Nicola?
You know where he is.
Kinda?
Really, Nicola? All the arrogant, inconsiderate, conceited...
Okay, can we move on, please? Listen, Druitt came to me. He had this crazy idea that my electromagnetism could help exercise his onboard energy elemental.
Do tell.
Well, I tried to help, give him back some control.
And?
You know Johnny, the word failure comes to mind. He's still his nasty old self, what can I say?
Why didn't you tell me this before?
Because I promised not to.
And you are nothing if not a man of your word.
When it counts. Look, Johnny and I may detest each other, it's true, but with me no longer being a vampire and him still being a stone-cold killer, well, I really wasn't in a position to negotiate.
Where is he?
Did you bring me Jello? Sorry about the two I sent over to pick your brain. It was business.
Didn't work out too well, did it?
Good help these days.
How did you know we have the map?
Tell me a story, concubine.
Why don't you tell me one?
Adam sends his love.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to him if I could.
No.
Are you ashamed to let him speak?
The lad's a genius. A forgotten, brilliant mind.
Who needs your protection? And without you, Adam would be very vulnerable.
Affirmation of my psychodynamic. Rationalizing my warring personalities. Looking for a doorway into my world. Who said you could work with men? You're a child.
I just want to help both of you.
Please help me, concubine. Satisfied.
Jello, huh? See what I can do.
If you turn your back on him, you'll never find it. The underground city.
No nasty comments, no sarcastic cracks. You okay?
No, I'm not okay. It took me, mind you, days to crack that holographic pinata up in the library. And then after several bottles of Chablis, I finally get over my humiliation, and now this shipment of fresh hell arrives.
Okay, find your happy place.
I mean, this is technology that I've never seen before, much less imagined, and to be brutally honest, and I don't want this getting out, I find it rather humbling, and I don't do humble.
Copy that. Okay, well, maybe if we pry all this open.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
We've X-rayed it, we've pinged it.
Dropped it on the floor.
Saw that, did you?
And I didn't say anything.
No. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna go boom.
Okay, have at it.
Right.
Nice work, Heinrich. Organic nanite matter.
Cool.
Lady, you're looking for tall bald guy, yes?
This man, have you seen him?
100 US dollars.
No tricks.
No trick. 100. I'll give you the address.
No, you'll take me there.
You should feel honored.
Adam?
Very few surface dwellers have seen the things you've seen.
You mean Callie?
And the Avatar Council. And they let you live. Astonishing, really.
Who is the council? Are they part of the underground city?
Deep into the darkness peering. Long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal dared to dream before.
Poe.
Now there was a whack job.
Do you think you're a whack job?
Whatever gave you that idea?
You were gonna tell me about the city.
How do you stand it? Looking for that heartless bitch.
She angers you.
She murdered my daughter. You have no idea who she really is, do you? She's hardly the hero you think she is.
Come on. You're bloody world, Thravian. Let me in. All right?
Adam, what are you doing here?
Helen, sorry to intrude. James.
Burnt down any more laboratories recently?
That was 10 years ago, and it was an accident.
Really? What do you want, Adam?
I need your help, Helen. Rather urgently, I'm afraid.
Indeed.
It's my daughter, Imogene. She's gravely ill. Rare blood disease. I've tried everything, every treatment, every method possible.
Then what do you expect of me?
Well, I've been following your work. You're known as an expert in the fringes of medical science.
My research is private.
Helen, you must know by my being here how desperate I am. I beg of you, help her. I've collected as much data on her condition as I can.
Not yet.
Helen. Look at the white cells.
There's no chance.
What is it?
Your daughter has a rare form of leukemia. I'm afraid there's nothing I can do.
But you've done experiments with blood injections before. Rare blood, with amazing properties.
Not on a child.
She's my daughter.
You have my condolences. James?
Wait. Helen. James. Damn you.
So he's in here.
Bad place for you, girlfriend. You take the rest of your money now.
Really? Fine. Just relax. See? There's plenty here for everyone.
Seriously?
Move!
How old are you?
Walking about with a gun like this, you should be ashamed.
Hey, lady! We're on the job here. Baldhead guy paid us to protect him. Told us we can shoot anyone who's looking for him.
So you really do know where he is?
Of course they do. You're all fired.
Without the weapons. Go. John.
Helen.
Oh my God. Oh my God, your pulse.
Oh, Tesla. Never trust a former vampire.
I coerced him. Hold still.
The more I feel,
What have you taken?
a little of this, a little of that. Local fare to kill the soul.
Worth. He's alive.
No. It's impossible.
Yes, I thought so too. Yes, I am a physician. But I can't see how that would concern the Prime Minister's office.
Well, I think you'll agree. Not just any physician.
Because I'm a woman.
Well, of course, in and of itself, that is odd. But no. I was thinking more of your work with strange and dangerous creatures. Abnormals, I believe you call them. You see, we know all about your father's sanctuary. And you taking up his mantle.
Prime Minister, I'm afraid you've been misinformed. I really don't understand.
Excuse me. That'll be the others. Nigel Griffin. Invisible Man. Dr. James Watson, Detective Supreme. And Nikola Tesla, vampire, genius. And Montague John Druitt, menace to society. Sir, down to business? You see, we've known about you and your colleagues for some time, and we've given you your head because we thought the day would come when the five of you might prove useful.
Well, I'm flattered.
That day is here. I'm proud to offer you now the opportunity to serve your country.
I'm Serbian.
Just ignore him.
Why are you here exactly?
You are aware of a gentleman called Adam Worth?
You mean the pipsqueak from school?
Well, once, perhaps, but now, a genius mind warped by rage and mania. And I might add, quite a headache for our Secret Service Bureau.
A man after my own heart.
And I would dispute the term genius.
Yes, we did know Adam years ago, but we've not seen him since then. What's he done?
Our service agents tell us that Mr. Worth has amassed the funds and the technology to enact a great and dangerous crime upon this city.
Which is?
A rather deadly toxin has been stolen, and a great many Britons may die as a result.
Well, surely the Crown has a means of stopping him.
Well, I'm afraid Mr. Worth's organization has grown roots deep inside British society. I am sorry to say, deep inside my government, too.
You need a group of independent agents.
With special talents.
Who are acquainted with his past.
How certain are you of this threat?
The stakes could not be higher.
And seeing as London was a little more interesting than Budapest at the time.
You all volunteered to stop him.
Something like that.
Man, that is so James Bond, except it's before there was a James Bond, so it's cooler. Damn. What's up? I'm just going over the latest blood tests from Worth.
Please tell me he's dying.
He is. Even with Magnus's treatments, his organs are continuing to deteriorate.
Oh, I was wrong. There is a god.
But that's not the worst of it. I cross-reference his blood work with another set of samples.
So you know, I've forgiven you for shooting me.
Just tell me the killing has stopped.
So we're returning to lying to one another?
Once this is over, when we find Adam...
You and I will settle down in a quaint little cottage by the sea. I'll write poetry, sonnets, perhaps.
As much as I can never forgive you for what you've done, I can never forgive myself for not seeing it sooner.
When this is over, you and I will begin our dance anew.
Count on it.
Helen!
News.
Nigel and Tesla may have a lead. They've tracked one of Worth's associates down to Docklands.
I owe you nothing. Leave me be.
I'm sorry, John, to do this. But I need answers.
Helen.
John's in the infirmary. I told Henry to activate the EM shield again.
And the gang's all here.
So what have you found? Damn. Platelets are continuing to group. At this rate, he'll experience complete organ failure and be dead within a matter of weeks.
That's not Adam's blood.
What?
It's yours. There has to be something. Drugs that manage the effects of chemotherapy, anti-radiation treatments.
I doubt any conventional approach would work. This wasn't a normal dose of radiation, Will. It was something the human body was never meant to be exposed to. Moving through dimensions of time and space. It sounds so ridiculous when I say it out loud.
And yet it's killing you.
Poison's a poison.
Then we'll find the antidote. We will whip Tesla like a rented mule until he makes a breakthrough.
I like the whipping Tesla idea. Oh, dear.
Hey.
No, I'm all right. I haven't eaten in a while. So what have you learned about Adam?
I don't know. You're exhausted. This can wait.
We both know it can't.
He's a textbook dissociative. Obviously, there are two distinct personalities wrestling for control.
Bully and the victim all in one neat package.
Yeah. My sense is that it's from sustained post-traumatic stress resulting from the loss of his daughter.
Which he blames me for.
You and Watson. Says that you both refuse to help.
Of course he does. 5 milligrams diluted arsenic, James.
Helen, the fever.
If we wait for it to break, she won't make it through the night. Quickly now. Stay with us, Imogen. We're going to fight this. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. We battled until the very end. We tried everything. Loss of a daughter. It's a wound that never heals.
I think he's handling it differently than you.
Do you believe there are other reasons for his madness?
His paranoid rage stemming from his belief that you tracked and murdered him.
Are you asking if we hunted him down? Yes. Absolutely we did. This comes from the king himself.
His Majesty's orders were quite specific.
Well, Victoria was wrong about him. Old Edward certainly does have a backbone.
Surely you must have misheard.
Sounds like we've been hired for a job.
Like a theatre troupe.
Kill Worth just because his lordship says so.
He's not a lord. He's a king. And no, go to hell, Mr. Prime Minister.
Seconded.
Right, do it yourself, you lazy squids.
Indeed. We are not assassins. Not for political gain, at least.
Darling.
It's a pity. Undertaking this project would be in your best interests.
How do you figure that?
Let me be frank. Some of you are criminals. Mr. Druitt here is very badly wanted down at Scotland Yard. And Mr. Tesla, although a foreign national, is facing several charges on illegal acts pertaining to the misuse of electricity.
My work is illegal?
It needn't be. And much the same thing pertains to you, Miss Magnus.
Dr. Magnus. And I've committed no crimes.
Not exactly, no. But you do carry on your father's work in the dark of night. The king could change all that for you.
Sorry, Are you bribing us?
There are tremendous benefits in bringing to an early conclusion this Worth affair. Benefits for you all. A full and unofficial pardon for you, Mr. Droid. And the same for your indiscretions, Mr. Griffin. Provided no more banks are pilfered from, of course.
Man needs to make a living, doesn't he?
And as for your endeavors, Doctors Watson and Magnus, full financial and governmental support for your sanctuary. Also unofficial, naturally, but stalwart, nevertheless. I'm sure you can see how your all-important work would flourish under our protective wing.
And if Mr. Worth does not come quietly?
I'll leave you to talk about all this amongst yourselves at your leisure. Although King would appreciate a firm answer by tomorrow morning. Please. Thank you for your time. I shall convey your respects to the King.
This way!
We decided to, at the very least, apprehend Adam. Stop him from harming innocent people.
This is it.
All right, gentlemen. We believed we were acting not just in the best interest of ourselves, but of the public as well. At first, we were right.
Bloody jackpot.
Cyanide. To be pumped through the city's massive network of gas lines.
My God. Well done, old boy.
We barely managed to disable it in time. Adam, of course, was long gone. Had we failed, thousands, perhaps millions could have died.
I'm guessing it didn't end there.
We were under a tremendous amount of pressure, and he was still very much a threat.
How quaint. A woman with a firearm.
Should have listened to me. It needn't have come to this.
And yet, here we are. The others?
Are close by.
I love these alumni gatherings.
Did you think they would just ignore you? Let you spread your chaos unchecked? You forced this action.
You were wrong about me, Helen. You can't even admit it now, can you? What did they do? Promise you the keys to the Empire?
It's over, Adam.
There's something you need to know, Helen, about this place. It's stupendous.
Stop! I know what you're doing. More talk until he can save you with his rage.
Then what are you waiting for? I know why you're here, what your task is. Go on, finish it. Finish it!
Stay down! The second shot won't be as kind.
You've betrayed who you are, who we are. We're not meant to serve. We're a different breed. I could have shown you so much. We could have learned so much together. In the end, your only legacy will be that you murdered me.
Adam, don't! No! It came down to a choice. One I deeply regret, and have had to live with ever since.
When I took this job, I had one condition. No secrets. And now I discovered that this whole place was built on the blood of a dead man?
It was necessary.
He has a psychiatric disorder!
We didn't understand the mind back then, Will. We only knew he was a threat.
To the public or to your work?
How dare you? You've no idea what...
Hey, Magnus. Magnus, wait a second. Magnus.
You know better than to follow an angry woman out of a room. Just let her go. She's not exactly herself right now. It's spread.
Lymph nodes. Kidneys.
Upper spine.
She needs to see this.
No, I don't think you understand. With this much damage...
We'll find a treatment.
And if we don't, she dies, Adam dies, we don't get into the city, and all of its secrets are lost.
What happens. You deal with it.
I don't think so.
You should take better care of yourself. You look like hell.
How are you feeling?
Not feeling anything, really. Good thing, I'd say.
John, I have to ask you.
Yes. Adam.
How is it possible? You said he was dead.
He was. So I thought.
Adam, don't! No!
John.
Get to the line, boy.
They'll be coming for you next. Maybe they'll let Helen and Watson go free, but they're gonna hunt you forever. She'll hunt you forever.
I hope she does.
My safety deposit box. Bank account in Kensington. The keys are in my flat at Malibu. A mantelpiece.
What of it?
Safe houses, weapons, passcodes. Anything you need to help you avoid capture. It's yours.
No, I can't let you live, old boy.
Don't let me die here like this. Please. Let me go.
He was close to death. I let him go with honor. He was as good as his word. Everything I found in his safe deposit box helped me avoid detection for the next 80 years.
His death gave us all a future.
I take it your boss is feeling poorly.
You've been playing me. Buying time so her sickness could take hold. You knew she was dying, too!
One of the unfortunate side effects of traveling through an extra-dimensional rift. Even a small dose will kill you eventually.
Now, come on. Suicide? You've already played that card.
True, true. A good magician never performs the same trick twice.
There's a cure. That's the only move you have left.
You are a smart one, young concubine. Yes, there can be a happy ending to all of this. And there is indeed a cure for the radiation poisoning my body and hers. It's right underneath our feet. Now, yes. If you want Helen to live, we have to get to Hollow Earth. Helen, we were so worried about you. By any chance, are we coughing up blood yet? Good. Yes. Suffering check.
You knew this would happen. You wanted me to follow you into the rift.
Ironic, isn't it? Enemies in life united in death. It's almost an opera.
I don't believe your story about the cure. Not for a moment.
We are fellow scientists, yes? Ah, that's right. You rejected me. Well, at least you're consistent.
If I die, you die.
Yes, exactly.
I know about the bargain you struck with John. The river. How did you survive?
And now we come to it.
I can't let you live, old boy.
Let me die here like this. Please. Let me go. I was taken to the city, brought back from the brink of death, healed. They treated me as one of their own, showed me things you can't even imagine.
Your longevity.
Tip of the iceberg. It's the ultimate toy box. Nirvana for the gifted. Intrigued? I don't blame you for anything, Helen.
I want to help you, Adam. Help us.
Let me take us there.
Show him the map, Helen.
And put all that power in his hands.
Handle hide one deranged killer to another.
It's too risky.
Back to square one. Really? Why, we were so close.
We'll find a way. But Adam Worth is not getting that map, not on my watch.
Oh, about that.
Where have you been?
Huh? In the library, boning up on the Sanctuary Charter. Helpful. Wait for it, Sonny. Apparently, if the Sanctuary head becomes physically or psychologically compromised, the second in command takes over.
Dude, that is beyond cold.
Nicola.
Where are you going with this?
Officially, it's not your watch anymore. And the question of whether or not we show Adam Worth the map is no longer your decision. Over to you, William. What's it going to be?